Candlepin bowling is a New England tradition and a sport enjoyed by both girls and boys of all ages. Across 6 annual tournaments, we bring together the game's finest young talent in a celebration of bright futures, big scores, and bigger smiles. We are proud to introduce the new generation of bowling with Season 10 of Candlepin for Kids. To see old episodes and for more information, go to www.cp4k.com.
Greetings from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Candlepin for Kids Pro Series doubles tournament alongside Dan Gauthier. I'm Rob Taylor. We took 24 of the top kids in the game and paired them up with the top 24 pros. Now only 2 teams are left, and it looks like we're going to have a heck of a match.
It does, Rob. It's a classic David versus Goliath matchup with our 2 17-year-olds playing the role of Goliath, oddly enough, versus one of our lower seed wildcard teams who have great chemistry. They've scrapped all the way here, and now they're going to try to scrap through one more victory.
Let's meet them both and get on with this match.
2 semifinals, 2 upsets as we start with the youngsters, Anthony Delmonico and Jonathan Boudreau taking on juggernauts Josh Yaretz and Craig Holbrook. Josh got things kicked off with an early spare, and Craig Holbrook would follow up with 4 consecutive marks, showing why he's been ranked 1st or 2nd on the Pro Tour for the past 6 years. Anthony Delmonico would start the comeback, and then Jonathan Boudreau would finish it up with a strike at the end of the first half and the double to kick off the second. The 2 would go on to advance with a score of 266 to 244. Ryan Donnell and defending tournament champion Jeff Surrett were up next, taking on the upstart Cameron Greene and John Urbie Kafalas, but it was Greene who got things kicked off with an early mark. Donnell would answer, picking up this spare as the 6 fell back into the 4, but Greene had answers. He'd pick up 2 key spares late to give partner Kafalas a 3-pin lead. You knew Surrett would come gunning for them, showing off his trademark pinpoint accuracy, but Kafalas had the answers, coming up with 2 clutch strikes and a pretty spare to hold off one of the top bowlers in the game. Kafalas was animated and he had reason to dance as he and his partner took the match 246 to 231, leading to this finals showdown.
And away we go. This is Anthony Delmonico on lane 34 throwing our first ball of the match. Next to him is Cameron Greene on lane 33 and a big first ball right out of the gates for Anthony.
Trying to live up to his David status. Goliath.
Cameron leaving the 5-pin, so tough split here for Delmonico. But that could cut with that wood. That was an interesting spot.
I kind of liked it. There was no good place to play it. I liked where he tried.
Cameron out of the gates picking up a single pin in our semi-final match. We saw Cameron some nerves out of the gate. He finished with 2 marks, and it looks like he's just getting heated up there.
Yeah, he's got the opportunity to high-five Woody, our mascot, there after making the spare. Deep breath, too, because he's had periods in matches where he struggled, but he's been clutch where it counted. And that can be the hardest thing of all to start a match with, is to make a single pin out of the gate. I hate it.
Cameron Greene, 16 years old. Anthony Delmonico, 17. Anthony a little off the head pin, but he's got a good chance for a spare. Cameron off as well. Tough 5 fill, but that's makeable leave.
Yeah, anytime you leave the head pin up, it's makeable.
Delmonico, tough luck.
Grits his teeth as that pin slid right in front of the 4-pin.
Greene a little off as well. Both of our bowlers going to look for big outs here. And you mentioned in our open, Anthony Delmonico, 17 years old. He's paired up with another 17, Jonathan Boudreau. Jonathan Boudreau elected to forego his amateur status this season because he was tearing up the youth tour so much that he decided to take on the pros. He's done well in the World's Tournament up in Canada, and this year in Maine. He's done well in the Pro Tour, and he's done extremely well today, making it all the way to the finals with an old nemesis in Delmonico.
A nemesis and friend, and, we're probably not giving him enough credit in the world. He was up in the top 5 bowlers, I think, at his age, too. It's astonishing, really.
I'd say one of the brightest young stars in the game, but he's just one of the top bowlers around right now.
That's why we call them the Goliaths, because the differences in average between the 2 teams is pretty significant. It doesn't always work out in your favor. I mean, Delmonico's average is a solid 14 pins higher than Cam's, but it's Cam with the early marks.
In a one-string match, anything can happen, as we're seeing right now. Delmonico and Boudreau with averages 21 pins higher combined against their opponents, but right now, it's Cameron Greene and Urbie Kafalas who are off to the early lead.
And that it is, Rob. Cameron with a 104 average is definitely above that pace right now.
Now, this is not a typical Candlepin for Kids spot. Our typical format is we take 3 matches featuring the top 11 and unders, 12 to 14-year-olds, and 15 to 18-year-olds. Today, though, a little bit different. We put everybody in one big bunch to pair them up with the pros. We're seeing some good matches because of it, but Anthony Delmonico not with a good lead here. This is a tough one.
It's a couple of 7s, but they worlds apart in difficulty.
Nice fit by Delmonico.
I did what I liked, right. You're going to send the ball up in the air and hope it lands near the 7.
Greene all over it again, and he picks it up!
Greene.
Greene was the 11 seed qualifying, which put him in a random draw component where he drew the 23rd seed at Urbie Kafalas. Anthony Delmonico and Jonathan Boudreau are both the 4th seed.
If any team's capable of making a deficit up, it's Delmonico and Boudreau.
We actually saw an old match between Delmonico and Boudreau in which Boudreau came back from 20 or 30 pins. That one got away from Greene there. It's going to make it a little bit easier. I got one, he yells.
Got one woo. Yeah, Anthony just
one as well, just punching through.
He's been full, you know, and there's nothing wrong with being full. You're on the object pin a lot of these balls. Just does his bowling. Anthony Delmonico does at 20th Century lanes.
And so now this is a big ball for Greene, trying to get a big out here to give his partner a double-digit lead. That's a nice shot by Greene. Nice little 8 there.
I look at it like a mark, you know. I mean, because if you go down the hole, the difference between an 8 and a 3, that's a mark, you know. So you get yourself out there. It's like a little mark.
So the difference 14 in favor of Greene and Kafalas. This is Jonathan Boudreau on lane 34. Again, 17-year-old phenom. We'll see if he's able to chip into this deficit.
He's thrown some monster scores getting here, Rob. He threw a 170-something game.
Quarterfinals, yep. And then an incredible performance coming back against Craig Holbrook, one of the top bowlers in the game.
One of his favorite bowlers, too, I'm sure.
We'll see if he's able to chop into this deficit and complete a second big comeback.
His old bowling coach right now would be asking him, what pin is this, John?
That's right. That's the one you're trying to hit first. We'll see if he's able to clean it up to the 10. Urbie on the other side, showing a few nerves himself. We'll see if he's able to get a big out here. And Kafalas, as you mentioned in our semifinals match, one of the many contributors to our website, www.cp4k.com. You can see all of our matches on our website.
Oh. I got excited for a minute, Rob. Sorry to interrupt you. I saw the orange pin come out of the head pin, then I realized Jonathan wasn't a youth. I'm not used to that.
He nearly gets the hammer anyway. He's staring at the 3-pin. The orange pin promotion we're running for the first time today is part of our 10th anniversary season. If a kid bowls a strike, he gets entered into our bowling ball raffle at the end of the year. You can also throw a double strike at any point during the match to enter that raffle. As Urbie gets some good action off the head pin, Boudreau gets his team's first mark of the match. We'll see if Urbie can answer. Again, a strike on that orange pin gets you into a chance to win a free set of bowling balls at the end of the year. If you're able to do it in the 10th box, because it's our 10th season, that'll win you a set of bowling balls outright. Urbie all over the spare. He answers.
Your
Looks
choice.
Like you're starting to get a little comfortable up there.
Bowler's choice. Color, weight, whatever they want, we'll give it to them. We'll give them a pin, too. And we'll even have it signed by our mascot, Woody, who's keeping score today.
So Boudreau a little off there, but a very makeable spare lead. And it's kind of leads that really let you string a few together. When that first ball gets away from you, you get something to shoot at, then you bury one, and all of a sudden you're looking at 3 in a row.
I mean, they have a long streak. A lot of times these leaves are part of it.
And Boudreau picks it up. That's going to give him a chance to chip away. Urbie with not an easy spare lead.
When you're playing the role of David trying to take down Goliath, you have to make sure you don't leave openings. That's what he's trying to do here.
Now got a little away. So Urbie's going to look for a big out here.
Right. And this is exactly what he wants to do, is to not leave an opening. You want to get at least 9 every box. Don't make it easy for your opponent.
A big ball here. And Urbie makes it count. Gets that important 9 that you mentioned.
That 4 horseman that Urbie was just shooting, that's proven to be a difficult shot here all day long. We've seen a lot of bowlers put the ball right in the pocket and not carry the corner pin.
Boudreau off the head pin again, not able to get the same friendly lead he did last time. Only 3 on the fill.
Surprising that he's sneaking by to the right a little bit.
It's going to tighten this one right up. Almost single digits.
1 mark now, basically.
5 pins the difference. Urbie with a spare lead. Not an easy one, though. He'll need to be right in that either 3-5 or 3-6 pocket.
If you're Urbie, you really want to make this because he can push. You have the opportunity which he doesn't cash in on, to push the lead into double digits. And as anybody who's bowled Candlepin before knows, a double-digit lead is a good lead because your opponent can't make it up without getting more than one mark.
Although we did see Boudreau make up a double-digit lead from last match. It took a double strike to do it, but he was clutch and did it. Urbie with a tough out for the 9, so 1 box left between our two teams. 5 pins the difference. Both bowlers going to look to put a mark on at the end here to give them something to fill in the next half. Nice way to start momentum going into your second half. Boudreau right on the head pin, buried, but not much to show for it.
Absolutely crushed, but you'd never know it from looking at those pins left up.
6, 7, 8, but a piece of wood that could help.
I don't think he's going to play the wood, Rob. My guess is he's going to try to be on the right side of the 6 pin and just hope that wood helps carry both the other 2 pins afterwards. No, I'm wrong.
Don't play the wood. And that pin's coming back, and he's got it. Clutch mark by Boudreau. Going into the half, that was a pretty one.
That's why he is who he is, Rob. He saw that possibility. I didn't even see that possibility. And not only did he see it, but he made it work. That's impressive.
Urbie looking to answer. Plays the cab, doesn't carry the pin you thought he might.
I'm going to have our wood shagger, Jonathan McDonald, if that pin doesn't roll off by itself, which it does.
So Urbie with the chance to finish here.
Nice 10.
10, so 5 pins still the difference, but Boudreau's got a ball. Make sure you come back for our second half.
7 pins the difference. 7 for the tie. 8 or more for the win. On the head pin. And Hazer takes it with a hammer.
Looking for a way to stay active, meet people, and have fun on a regular basis? Look no further than Candlepin Bowling at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Leda has Candlepin bowling leagues for all ages and abilities. Every day and night we turn out the lights and turn on the fun at Leda's Lighthouse Glow Bowl for the area's only complete glow-in-the-dark Candlepin bowling. Leda Lanes is the perfect place to hold your birthday party, special event, or corporate function. Leda Lanes, located at 340 Amherst Street in Nashua, or visit us online at ledalanes.com.
French King Bowling Center in Irving, Massachusetts offers 24 lanes and features special events including neon bowling. Family owned and operated since 1959, French King is more than just Candlepin. Whether you need a banquet hall or birthday party, French King Bowling is the place you're looking for. With a new game room filled with fun and prizes, a selection of assorted party platters, and pizza selections will make the occasion just right for you. Open 7 days a week and 8 miles from I-91 on Route 2, 15 minutes from the New Hampshire border. That's French King Lanes. For more information, go to bowlingforfun.com.
Bowling is better at Pilgrim Lanes. Family fun has never been so much fun. For the kids, bumper lanes and ball ramps build confidence. And watch how much fun Glow Bowling adds to your family's fun. Play for prizes on over 30 video and arcade games at Pilgrim Lanes Arcade, or enjoy a game of pool. Plan your next birthday party at Pilgrim Lanes. They do all the work and clean up. Just bring the cake and the kids. Pilgrim Lanes, Primrose Street, Haverhill. Go bowling. It's fun and affordable for dates, families, and groups.
Paramount Industries Inc., providing service to the Candlepin bowling industry for 60 years. From expert, precise refinishing of bowling balls to distributing all the top brands of Candlepin bowling balls manufactured by Epco, Paramount, Starline, Cobra Pro Rubber, and Urethane. Also offering a complete line of bowling bags, shoes, and other related products. Paramount, the #1 name in Candlepin bowling. When you think of Candlepins, think of Paramount Industries Inc. for all your product needs. Welcome back here on Candlepin for Kids. 5 pins is the difference. That's in favor of Cameron Greene, who's throwing his ball right now. However, Jonathan Boudreau has a mark he'll be filling in his second half. So things virtually even.
Very pretty ball by Cameron Greene. I love that ball, but not only does he have a split, it's harder than your average split because the cap, which is in between those 2 pins on the right, probably going to prevent you from cutting it over.
That ball's going for it. Goes right off the lane.
He looks up like he can't believe it.
Delmonico not able to carry that 10 pin you mentioned earlier.
As we've seen all day.
It's been a tough one.
It's even tougher if you're shooting at the shot where your ball is going, into it like that. He's coming left to right, and he's trying to make the right side, so his ball is going to hit the head pin and Greene in front of the 10 anyway.
Delmonico with the 10. So still the tight one here. Again, we mentioned Cameron Greene and Urbie Kafalas playing the role of Goliath so far today, of David so far today. Yeah. Coming all the way from being wild cards, they're going up against the 4-seeded
Jonathan Boudreau and Anthony Delmonico.
You just have to wonder if it's going to catch up to him at some time. But as long as you're bowling in the lead, you don't have to worry about it. It's when you find yourself down that one mark late, and they've been coming back all day. But this is the big one. Can you do it at the end? So we're going to find out.
Delmonico facing a half Worcester. We'll see how many he's able to get.
This is a classic tough leave he's left with. People sometimes call it the clipped eagle, whatever you want. I mean, you got the head pin and the 2 quarter pins on both sides. So easy to throw a 5 box. Very difficult to get a 10.
Just a lot of places to miss. Now in close to the lob line.
Yeah, close. Cameron's had a problem with that in the past, and we've called him when he's lobbed. It was close, so we're going to give him that one.
So a big gainer there for Greene.
Unlike 10-pin bowling, Rob, just in case we have viewers who haven't watched Candlepin before, there is a line. It's 10 feet out on there. And if you throw your ball in the air past the line and doesn't contact the alley, then that ball doesn't count.
So right now the difference is 8. Greene just off the head pin.
Kind of a nice smooth ball.
For one to swing back.
Thought he was going to get a good drop if it came into the touch the head pin.
Delmonico buries the head pin. This could be the momentum he needs.
What's odd is we've actually seen that 3-pin leave several times today. And Delmonico himself has made it earlier by being nice and full, and the extra guide wood on the right will help push everything back straight.
This time he does it the other way, playing the wood, carries the same, looks the same on the score sheet, so big mark by Delmonico. Give him the chance to cut this right back down.
And he lets out a little show of emotion there with an arm pump, which you can't help but appreciate. You make a shot, might not have been exactly where he played it, but it went nice. So.
7 pins the difference, minus this ball by Delmonico and minus another ball by Boudreau starting next half.
Yeah, you gotta feel like our Goliath is making their move, and can David respond? Load that slingshot. Fire away, Rob. There's a response.
That's a good response. Urbie, Cameron's partner, earlier mentioned that it seems like this kid puts up marks in the 9th and 10th box every single time. We'll see if he can do it again here. Delmonico, the tough break, a spread eagle right through.
It's gonna do it here. It's gonna take a pretty leave. Pretty shot.
On that wood. Ooh.
Yeah, it's right where he wanted to be, and he had to fight. He knew the ball was going to go in the air, and just, could he get it to hit 7 in the air or to come down and catch the wood, but it didn't cooperate.
Cameron does a good job picking up his 10. Gonna force Delmonico to get a few here. Nice 10 by Delmonico.
That is a 10 you don't see every day right there. I kicked the 2 directly into the 3, which is obviously not impossible.
Cut it as clean as you can, though. So we're back to 4. Greene gonna look to boost that lead at the end. That one gets away from him. Urbie knows Jonathan's gonna be coming at him.
Jonathan yelling for his partner there. That's one thing that hasn't been happening, is their balls haven't been working yet. Not working overtime.
Cameron gonna look for the out. Delmonico on the wood, what a bid, but leaves the 9.
I was wondering if he'd try the right or left. He tried where I liked. It just didn't carry it all.
So a 9 by Greene.
Our kids have done a lot of bowling today so far, Rob. They've probably bowled 7-8 games each to get here, so they're tired.
Greene gonna finish at 104. Delmonico 93. 3 pins the difference. Minus this ball by Jonathan Boudreau. He's on lane 33. Urbie Kafalas right now in the white. On lane 34, he'll be throwing the first ball.
I wonder if Urbie's experience might help a little here. I mean, John's got a lot of experience packed in his 17-year-old life, but I don't know if it compares to Urbie's.
Urbie right on that head pin. A very makeable spare leave. Jonathan also on that head pin, leaving just the 5 and a very friendly plank of wood there. So that shifts it into 5 pins in favor of Boudreau and Delmonico.
Now the first time that they have a lead, and let's see if Kafalas can respond.
If that doesn't fall, it's going to be a tragedy.
And
it's not gonna.
All day long, he's been having shots like that, and then on the 5th or 6th wobble, the pin's been falling, and this is the first time it doesn't cooperate, and it's a time he really needed it.
Boudreau, of course, was able to pick up his spare.
Still plenty of time, but Boudreau has been piling those marks together. He's got 4 out of 5.
So now it's Urbie who will see how he responds.
Right on that head pin. That's a good ball. Boudreau full, but carries the 10. Will he carry the 7?
It wants to fall, Rob. It looks...
Man.
The crowd encouraging it. Coward. I'm
That's
looking
a lonely-looking 7.
And I'm looking at Urbie's shot. Normally, I like planks in front of pins, but when you've got two together like this, I could see that not going.
You gotta make sure you hit the one on the left, I would think. Nope. Straight through by Kafalas. Boudreau.
Uncharacteristic. Slips into the gutter, which is the break that Kafalas needed if you're going to catch up.
Shift things back. 15 pins the difference, but minus this ball by Kafalas. He's been throwing a lot of good balls here.
Yeah, and a good fill will get you in single mark range, and your good fill with the spare leave puts you right back in the match. There's the good ball.
Right on the head pin, 7 pins. Boudreau buries it as well, but a tough spare leave.
Tough spare leaves. That's what Kafalas needs to see there. Needs to see a makeable shot and a tough leave for his opponent.
It's a big one for Urbie. Right in it, straight through. Boudreau looking to take his shot, and he carries it.
Oh, I don't know if you have to show that one in slow motion, Rob, because the last 2 pins literally fell over in slow motion.
It looked like he was just going to get those front 2. The wood drove back and caught him right at the right angle.
Wood must have had some forward spin on it to push both of those over. That's a clutch shot by a clutch bowler right there, really. Let's give him some credit.
Now, if you're Kafalas, you have to be a little frustrated because you've found 3 boxes, 3 head pins, 3 object pins, and only 1 mark to show for it.
But there's not a lot of room to be frustrated. You get 2 boxes left, you got to make the most of it.
And that one's off.
The minute you let that frustration get to you is in a minute the match is mentally over in your head, and believe me, I'm talking from experience.
So Boudreau with a 5 fill. Kafalas almost needs this one in order to make something happen, and a tough spare tough half Worcester he's looking at. He put it in a good spot, but that one just punched straight through.
Yeah, most Candlepin bowlers do try to make the half Worcester on the whole side of the head pin, so the ball will carry the 2. It was a pretty good looking ball. Might have been just a tad full, and that resulted in the drive in the head pin by the 9 pin.
A nice out by Kafalas. Try to give himself a late puncher's chance here. You got to think he needs to double.
It is a 12-pin lead, so he'll probably need to double unless Boudreau obviously leaves an 8 or fewer, which he hardly ever does. Important first ball for Kafalas.
On the head pin. They're tumbling. Will it carry the 4? It does. There's 1. But Boudreau shuts the door. And right when you think Kafalas might have something going, Boudreau shuts it back in his face.
And again, it's not over, but that goes a long way toward making it over. You know, Kafalas puts another strike. There's still some hope. But
Kafalas a little off the head pin, so that's going to do it. Boudreau throws a double. Boudreau's pumped.
Showing you that it is doable.
He and Delmonico will be Candlepin for Kids Pro Series Double Tournaments 2012 champions, and what a way he could finish it with a chance for a triple strike here.
The youngest co-champions we've ever seen. I mean, 17 and 17, total combined age of 34.
So welcome to the professional Candlepin bowling scene. Jonathan Boudreau, he'll finish with 7 on the double strike. Clutch performance by him and Anthony Delmonico. We're going to get the chance to talk to them after the break. We asked our followers to tweet their Candlepin problems at us, and AJ Belanger94 was the winner, tweeting how tricky it can be to knock down those pesky single pins. To illustrate the problem, we sent our mascot, Woody the Pin, out to Bogey Lanes in East Brookfield, one of the biggest supporters of our program. Bogey Lanes, where the fun is. Leo's Super Bowl in Amesbury, Massachusetts is a premier entertainment center with 24 lanes, the new Mammoth arcade room including a 10-foot by 12-foot projection TV, Friday night Cosmic Bowling, and Saturday night Moonlight Oldies. There's plenty of attractions. Have your functions and parties with us, with 2 spacious rooms fitting up to 45 people each, with plasma TVs and DVD sets, a Bose music system, and wireless internet. Bring your food, or enjoy a full catering menu with Tony G's Pizza and Deli. That's Leo's Super Bowl. For more info, find us on Facebook or go to leosuperbowl.com. Woburn Bolodrome, established in 1940, has 40 lanes with automatic scoring, including bumper lanes, glow bowling, and more, featuring 4 different birthday party packages. If you bring the cake, we'll do everything else, including food, drink, and paper goods. Come spend your Friday and Saturday nights with us when the lights go off and the music and fun go on. Enjoy our game room, check out our pro shop, or join a winter league. We're right by I-93 and I-95 with plenty of parking available. Woburn Bolodrome. For more info, go to www.woburnbowl.com. Boudwell's Bowling Center is a proud supporter of Candlepin for Kids. Looking for a place to bowl in Concord, New Hampshire? Drop by Boudwell's, featuring 24 lanes, as well as an open lounge, arcade, bumper, and league bowling every day. Enjoy glow bowling every Saturday night, where we play today's top artists and open up the fun to all ages. Have birthday party with us, where we do the work and you enjoy the party. Go to our website, boudwellsbowl.com, to see our upcoming tournaments. And if you're looking to up your game, give us a call to set up a lesson with our certified instructors. That's Boudwell's Bowling Center, just minutes off Route 93. Lucky Strike Lanes, the cornerstone for Candlepin in the city of Lynn, is the second largest bowling center on the North Shore with 34 lanes. Come enjoy our weekend special with $7, getting you an hour of bowling, shoe rental, a slice of pizza, and a drink. Join one of our winter leagues, enjoy fundraising opportunities, or have your next birthday party with us and enjoy our 12-inch pizzas. Located right behind the post office in downtown Lynn and easily accessible from major roads, it's Lucky Strike Lanes. For more info, check out luckystrikelanes.com. During our qualifying rounds, we ask some of our other contestants what it is they like about Candlepin and what keeps them coming back to the game.
It looked fun and I wanted to try it, and I guess once I got used to it, it got more fun since I got to go to competitions and tournaments, and it's just been really fun, and I got to do it with a lot of my friends.
Just that I get to bowl with people my age just to see how I stack up against everybody else.
My dad was doing it, and then now me and Nathan are doing it, so we're going to keep passing on to our kids someday probably.
I keep trying to work my hardest of getting high scores and try to be on the show.
So you punched our mascot in the face.
No, I didn't punch him. I slapped him kind of like that, and lightly.
Lightly? And why did you do it?
To knock them all down.
Woody the Pin would decline to comment. However, he would present our champions with their prizes in our closing interviews. Woody the Pin, our mascot's going to present them with their winnings. That's $200 for Anthony Delmonico gift card, $250 for Jonathan Boudreau, and the trophy for Anthony Delmonico. Anthony, you're bowling with an old-time friend on the show. How did you feel out there today?
I felt good up until the last string. It was my worst string all day, but I have to give all the credit to Jonathan. He really pulled it off.
Were you nervous at all? What was it like bowling with the pros throughout the entire day?
It was actually a lot of fun. I was nervous in the beginning, but after that, it was fine. It was a lot of fun to see how they bowl versus how we bowl, and you do learn a lot just from watching them.
Both great out there. Congratulations, Jonathan. Huge game up there, pulling it out for your team. Your second consecutive comeback. What is it about being behind that seems to bring out the best in you?
It's nothing special. You just focus and bowl your game, and just hope it works. And today it did.
Last box, right when you saw Urbie throw the strike, there must have been 1 second before you threw yours. What was going through your head?
Nothing. You just focus. You just got to focus on your pins. Focus on your game. You pay as little attention to them as possible, and it worked.
That wraps up this episode of Candlepin for Kids. If you liked what you saw, head over to cp4k.com to watch old and new episodes. We leave you with more classic moments from our show and the people who made this episode possible. Thanks for watching, everybody.